Welcome to Love from Lisha for an extra dose of love in your day. Today we'll be talking about a way to get what you want. How often in life have you heard, well, this is the way we've always done it, or, well, this is just the way that it's been, this is the way that it is, or this is what's worked for us, this is what we find to be effective, something along those lines. And then what has your response been? Has it been, well, okay, if that's the way it is, if that's the way it's been done, or, oh, I'm not so sure about that, but okay, I guess we'll just do that instead. How often have you stepped on what you think is a great course of action or what you want to be doing, the impact that you think you could have, a different way of doing things, something that would shake up the status quo? How often have you thought that and not taken action? Something to consider, these missed opportunities, deciding to look at what has happened rather than what is possible. Example from my life is when I was a senior in high school, I was looking into going into advertising, and so I decided, okay, I'm gonna go for a summer internship in advertising, but I also knew that I brought value to the role, so I thought, well, I want it to be a paid summer internship, because I also wanted to earn some money during the summer. So I thought, I want to do something where it's beneficial to the company, but also beneficial to me with experience and with compensation. So I really focused on, this was my vision. This is what I really wanted. This was the value that I brought. This is what was important to me, the values that I wanted to honor. So I had that very clear in my head. Then I started calling different advertising firms in the area, asking if they had openings for summer internships. Companies were saying, sorry, our internships have already been filled, or we don't offer paid internships. There was one company that I called that said, we've never had summer interns. That was something that opened up a door. And I decided, rather than just hearing this isn't something that we've done, to open that door a little bit more. And I said, well, is it something that you would consider starting? And the head of the advertising firm said, well, yeah, why don't we have you come in and we'll talk? So all of a sudden, this ad agency that said, no, we've never offered summer internships, that's just not something that we do, was open to exploring. And it was because I had taken that step. I hadn't shied away from, oh, that's not something that you do. Okay, thank you for your time. Goodbye. I decided just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean that it couldn't be done. And I wasn't getting a response saying that there's no way that this is going to happen. We are not open to the idea. I just explored with them, could this be something that starts? And could I be the one to start this? So I went into the advertising firm and I met with one of the owners, and we discussed what they needed and what I could do that would complement their needs. At that time, they were looking to organize their clients and have a CRM tool put into place. So I helped with aggregating that information, putting it into the system, and just organizing something that would serve them well at that point and going forward. Because of the impression that I made, because of the experiences that I had there, they invited me back the following summer. That summer, they put me on a $3 million direct mail campaign for one of the biggest companies in high tech. I was working so diligently on that campaign, and I became so knowledgeable about everything that was needed for that campaign that I ended up being the one that they chose to fly to Seattle to do the press check. Here I was, my freshman year as a college student, going to Seattle for a press check for a $3 million direct mail campaign. For me, that was huge, especially because it told me I had proven myself that summer in that role, and also the previous summer by setting the stage for what would grow into a much more significant role. And it happened because I had chosen to take that courageous and bold step of asking, what is possible in this place of this hasn't been done? What is an opportunity? And I pursued that. I encourage you, next time someone is about to close that door where you think, oh, this hasn't been done, it's not going to be a possibility, to explore what is possible. Think about all of these amazing inventors, people who have broken through limits because they believed in something and they said, I'm going to find a way to do this thing that I believe in so strongly. And make sure it's something that is very connected to your values of making a breakthrough, of making something happen, and not that it's coming from this need to prove something or to make a point. If it's coming from an honorable place of passion, you will pursue it. It will be fueled with a sense of purpose, and then you are much more likely to succeed because there's not ego, there's not attitude where it's going to be driven by a different motivation. When it's motivated by good, by belief in being able to carve a different path because of what you want and what you feel that you bring and who you are, that is something to really pursue with your heart and your soul and everything that you are. Think about what it is in your life. It could be at work where there's a process in place and you see that there are some flaws, but everyone is really just kind of stuck to that because it feels safe, it's predictable. Go for pushing the boundaries on that. If it's at home, something that's coming along and it feels uncomfortable to switch it up, take that risk. Make that risk that could really, really pay off in the long term to honor more of what you envision things being like. There's no need to stick to the status quo. There's no need to take no for an answer. Find that courage and that fire in you and go forth with that energy. This is an especially powerful time to think about making things happen as we head into the new year and you have New Year resolutions. Maybe there's something that you really want and this will give you energy to make that happen, to give you a sense of commitment. I'd love to hear from you in the comments section of something that you've done or something that you're going to do to really pursue what you want and to make that a reality. If you like this video, please click like, share, subscribe, click the bell to be notified of upcoming episodes. And for more about me, my website is coachlisha.com. Until next time, with more love from Lisha. Bye.